Oh, Lord. This is Charles, Bear Calling Nation, talking about technical difficulties and growing pains. It's been a long day, so I won't hit you with all the whiny details. Basically, I set forth this morning with an hour and a half of open time. That I have a video from when I was at the Renfest that I want to use to show just me and my crew having fun. You know, the Bear Calling Nation, the guys who do podcasts, who work with me, who help me out. You know, Hugh, Steve, Rock Girl, V. We were all at the Renfest, and there was a moment where it's just great fun. And I wanted to talk about branding, but I wanted to do a little intro video to that uh, Renfest video. So you're not just jumping in going, "What is this?" I want to set it up so you're thinking about the way you do things with your podcast and your videos, and then you see the video and all this and that and the other, and then I'll do a branding video after that about building your brand and how important it is, but some pitfalls. So I set off, like I said, an hour and a half or so of time to do a 2-minute video. After about 45 minutes of wrestling with my equipment, didn't happen. Now you see I have a fairly decent quality picture here. This is my beautiful HD camera. I'm not even shooting in HD. It's using it as a webcam, so it's not even HD quality, but it's good quality camera because it's built. I have a nice program called Camtasia, $300 program called Camtasia, that on the Windows unit, the Windows PC that I have, it is hating this camera. Every time I try to use this camera, it freezes the video, but it records the audio. I did a video with one of my other little Logitech webcams. You know, I've got other little dink quality webcams that were less than $20 each to buy. And I did it for a specific reason at that time. I just hit the microphone, I'm sorry. I recorded a video. It ended up being like 320 by 160. I mean, tiny thing. Like, that's bullshit. If I try to put it on YouTube, they'll laugh at me, you know. Not you guys, but YouTube, like, please. We have thumbnails bigger than that. Don't even waste our time. So I re-recorded it in 640 by 480, which is still not great, but better. Well, apparently, these dink webcams don't want 640 by 480 because it looked like crap, and for some reason, halfway through, the audio and the video get out of sync. I imagine it's probably because I'm running 2 gigs of RAM. That seems like a lot. Seems like it'd be plenty. But I need more, apparently. I'm just going to have to suck it up and buy some more RAM because the video audio recordings are getting off. So basically I have a very expensive, well, not very compared to other stuff, but I have an expensive video editing program. I need it for recording, not just editing. It's killing me. So I tried to deal with that, put in a little music, put in a little thing where you see the Bear Calling Nation logo. I really want to use Camtasia because I can put the Bear Calling Nation logo on it. You'll see it, you know, in the little corner right here. You won't see it on this video. So I recorded straight to YouTube. So I spent that whole hour and a half, or I spent about 45 minutes trying to do the 2-minute video. Got so frustrated with the equipment that I had to quit. I could not get into the right place to do just 2 minutes of, hey, here's me, this is what we're doing here, here's why I want you to watch it, because I'm going to talk to you about this after. I couldn't do that. I was so frustrated. So I decided to do a video on troubleshooting, on technical difficulties, on frustration and how to deal with it. I did 10-minute video. Too small is crap. Couldn't get, you know, cameras work, use the dink camera. Did a bigger video, 11 minutes long, talking about troubleshooting. And halfway through the video, the audio and the video get off for somehow, some way. The video starts dragging. And it looks like shit, to be honest with you. It jumps in places. It's a webcam. It's a $18, $15 freaking webcam that I'm trying to do studio work with. You're going to have technical difficulties as if what you're trying to do is too big for the car you're driving. If you're trying to take 15 teenagers to band camp in your Yugo, or what nowadays would be your Prius, it ain't going to happen. What you're trying to do is too big for the car you're driving. And that's what I'm thinking of doing, but I don't know, I'm frustrated. This is the 4th or 5th video I've recorded today. Because I'm also frustrated that I'm not getting these videos out. I want to do one a week, one every 2 weeks, and I'm not doing that. And it's frustrating to me that I'm not doing that. And I thought I had a system, and I tried to grow. I tried to get it to where a little bit more control over it, a little bit fancier. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's what the Bear Calling Nation is all about. It's not being fancy. It's being raw and real. And maybe that's what I should just stick with, because that's apparently what I'm good at, raw and real. Because I every time I try to do something fancy, something professional, put a nice little logo with a title of the thing on there, put the little identification logo on my video. Every time I try to do something bigger than where I am right now, it just smashes my head in. I have a headache. I really do. I've got tight muscles now. I'm not stressing, but this is what you guys are going to face doing videos, doing podcasts. I've consulted with 2 different people this week, or answered questions. I don't like the word consultant. It sounds so high and mighty, and I'm not getting paid for it. And maybe one day I will be a podcast consultant. I don't know. But really, I'm just answering questions. And I answered questions for a couple people, and they came from different backgrounds, different directions they wanted to go with their podcast, but it came down to some of the same questions. Well, how do you deal with this? Some of it's out of your range. We'll talk about the 2 schools of thought on technical difficulties, or on any difficulty, any road bump. There's 2, in my opinion, there's 2 kinds of difficulties. There's difficulties you can control. You learn from the mistakes, learn how to do it better, and then do it better. As soon as I say this, I'm going to jinx myself, but I don't imagine I'm going to forget to hit record anytime soon. I'm 200 shows into the Bear Calling Nation. I have forgotten to record before. I have done some rookie mistakes before, but at this point, it could happen that I forget to record. I'm so tired. My head hurts. Forget to hit record. It could happen. But that's really stupid at this point for me. I've done it so many times with so many different shows. That should be at the top of my list. Hit record before we do anything else. But it will happen, especially when you get overwhelmed by make sure I have this, and that. And really, it's not that big of a deal. Just think of it as a dry run. You do a great run through of your segment, or a great run through of your show. And if it's 10, 15 minutes long, that's fine. Oh, well, that was practice. I'll do it again. You'll say it differently. You'll do it differently. But if it's an hour-long show, 2-hour-long shows, if it's live, there's no going back and redoing it. Sometimes you lose audio. So that's an example of what you can control. You learn from it. I've learned not to use cheap wireless mouse, whatever. I use a higher-end wireless if I use it, so that it doesn't die in the middle of a show and I'm scrambling for batteries. I've also learned to keep batteries within reaching distance. So if something does go wrong during the show, I can fix it quickly. You learn as you go. Sometimes the only way to learn is to make the mistake. You won't think about it. People around you won't think about it. The other type of mistake, or the other type of troubleshooting, technical difficulties, is the stuff you can't control. If you can't connect to the internet and you're doing a live show, you can't connect to the internet and do a live show. If your power goes out, and this was the only night you had to record your podcast, there won't be a podcast. If your laptop dies and you have to get another one, you just put out messages on Facebook. You put out, when you can, you record a little 3-minute audio piece saying, hey, this is what happened. I'm sorry there's not a show this week. Life happens, because we all live. We all have lives. And yes, while people might be demanding of your show, in podcasting, it seems to be, if you don't put out your show when you're supposed to, fairly understanding. And most people are like, hey, we missed you. We want your show. Which is a good thing. They want your show. But don't think, and hell, people might just run away screaming. They might go, oh, well, they can't be depended upon. You can't control that either. You do what you do. So the schools of thought, perseverance. When you have difficulties, when you have computer crashes, when you have a program that doesn't want to work with your camera, you can persevere. You can stick through it. You can just keep trying and trying and trying until, by God, you got it. You won. And it might not be your best product. You might come out with a headache and your neck killing you. I saw the reflection of me doing that. It kind of looked retarded. So you laugh at yourself and you move on. But you can persevere. But see, the thing is, I'm not ending up with anything I started to do today. Today is Father's Day. Today I have the house to myself. I've got a fucking list load of work to do for the nation. Shit that I want to get done. Number one priority was getting this goddamn 2-minute video recorded and getting it put on this Tortuga Twins video and showing it to you, setting up for my next one. I was hoping to maybe even record 3 or 4 videos and just have them stacked so I could release them at different times. Just have the topics ready and everything. Not going to happen today. Sometimes things don't go as planned. I won't be doing that 2-minute video today. So I don't know when I'll get that branding thing put out. I won't be recording a bunch of videos. So I didn't persevere as in I stuck with what I'm talking about. I had to shift gears. That's how I work. If I get if I find myself getting angry, not, oh, damn it, wasn't, if it goes from being a challenge to pissing me off, I have to stop. Or shift gears. Some people are like, if I stop now, I won't get another chance, I'll lose. I get that. I didn't quit trying to do a video. I have now spent, I took a break this afternoon. I went to a dinner and had some dinner with family and friends and whatnot. But I spent the better part of 2.5, 3 hours trying to get this, what's going to be maybe 15 minutes out to you. So I stuck with it with my ultimate goal of getting a video done. But I had to shift my path. I had to keep shifting over to where I've said, screw Camtasia. I can't deal with Camtasia right now. I can't deal with the cameras. I know YouTube will work. It looks great. It looks so great compared to what I've been fighting with so much. But the other thing is, sometimes you have to stop. You have to quit and do something different. What I'm about to do is, I still have a list of things I'm supposed to work on in the nation. I'm going to quit. I'm going to play Fallout 3 for a while. Give my brain a rest. Give my life a rest. Just do something entertaining. A whole different path of challenge than this. So I can relax. So that when I come back to it. So when I think about the Bear Crawling Nation, I really need to do that. But I'm so frustrated. I'm going to give myself a rest. A break. I'm going to stop. Even if I do other work tonight, it's not going to be video stuff. Because sometimes you have to stop. A couple days ago, I started to do the 2-minute video with my laptop. I was outside. You know how I love recording outside. I've got a bunch of videos here and on my personal channel about I love being outside, natural light, and the camera. Oh, I love recording outside. And I started doing that.